Oh man, what's up everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. Did we just get clowned by FaZe Censor? I think we did, guys. If you guys have not been paying attention over the past 24 to 48 hours, we have obviously entered some sort of public signing window for a bunch of COD pros out there. They've been now hinting for the first time publicly, at least on Twitter or on stream clips as well. I'll show you guys a few pros on top of that of who have announced so far, what seems to be hints at them being signed to teams. You know, Blast may be one of them, Scraps may be one of them, a few other players along those lines, and the list does continue of players hinting at the fact they could have landed a franchise league spot on a CWL or Call of Duty League team. And you know what? I'm not surprised, okay? But I'm super curious what you guys think about this reaction-wise, because it's all over the Reddit, all over the forums as well. FaZe Censor Martin has now confirmed he apparently has, or I guess he has said he has now multiple offers from several organizations out there, several teams, as at least for a sub spot for a CWL team. His dream has almost come to fruition, and we've been talking about this for the past 2 to 3 weeks, so I thought I'd cover it yet again. Here is Censor himself saying yes, he has offers for several CWL teams.
I'm not asking for a handout. I've never asked for handouts in my life. I would be grateful to be a starter, who wouldn't? But if I'm a substitute player, I would be extremely grateful, and I've already confirmed that with multiple teams who have reached out to me to be their substitute, and I said I would gladly be your substitute. So let's just get that straight.
After everything, man, I'm you know what? Let's try and have two sides here, okay? There is definitely the side on the Reddit, as well as amongst many pro players out there, the hate on Doug mantra, right? The way he has gone about things, begging for his spot, being included in lots of drama. I mean, his drama stretches back years and years, at least over the past year and a half to 2 years. It's been extensive drama, you know, calling out pro players kind of in a weird way where he doesn't really slander them, but also just, you know, he makes a lot of drama out of it, right? On the other side of things, we have a lot of his fan base being proud of him because he does speak this stuff into fruition seemingly, right? He has now worked his butt off in terms of actually getting himself here. Now, it could be argued whether he worked his butt off in the game or outside the game, but either way, you know, if this is true, he did what he accomplished. He set out to do this one thing, and he has seemingly accomplished that. In terms of whether or not it came from his brand or his backing, his social media, his following, does it really matter? He now has an opportunity and a chance to compete for a CWL team, and he might be the one having the last laugh and saying, "Ha, I told you so." Now, also, it brings up the other side of the debate, though, the third side of this, saying, yes, he could be right now saying, "I told you so," but what about 3-4 months from now when the league is underway and he's still in a sub spot and cannot earn his way to the starting roster? The backlash, it could be pretty extreme out there. I am super happy for the guy, and I think we did. A lot of us agreed in the comment section down below. We kind of called this, right? It does make sense, and let me explain why one more time. Financially, if Doug wants this so bad, if he is willing to do anything to join a team and even be a sub on that team, you have a minimum roster of 7 to 10 players. Why not take a risk on one of those players being FaZe Censor Martin? He has a huge backing, a huge following. You offer him a minimum salary, and I think he's worth it for your brand alone. Just based off those facts, I think it's worth a risk, and he has confirmed that by saying he has multiple offers for that sub spot. If he proves himself, all the more power, and he could actually be a pretty solid player. He could be, okay? It might be a far-off chance, but he could be, and as an organization who's already paid $25 million for a spot, what's $50K a year to offer him a minimum salary with his huge backing coming? That's probably worth it in return right there. But when it comes time to proving, and this will not be my last Doug story, guys, because he's lost it, okay? The things he has done over the past 2 to 3 weeks, they're astonishing, okay? You go from Hector's podcast, really put your name out there, I think, in a more professional manner. Then you kind of go on your recap of FaZe Clan, your history with them, why they wronged you, but you still stayed with them for the brand, and they obviously got you a huge following as well. You're still a part of FaZe. You know, you want to play for other teams out there, but FaZe said you'd have to take away their name, so you refused to leave still even then. Then you come out and you actually, draw some tiers for teams out there, which seemingly did work. And now our latest drama, re-bringing up the jet ski incident, even Dashy comes in, Looney, Parasite, Blast, other pros are now all on this drama train. It's a weird time for Call of Duty. Lots of drama out there, and I will continue to cover it here on the channel, hopefully in a bit of a fair light for all of you. So I really have been appreciating all your comments section, all the comments down below. You guys are very insightful because I've seen so many comments that are appropriately on other sides. You know, no one's really targeting each other here. Everyone's just kind of spitting their own versions of truth down below in the comments, and I really do appreciate that. We could have a talking point. I'll show you guys a comment as well. Kind of want to keep on going for the Call of Duty content. I dropped a video a few days back about the Crim6 situation, where Crim6 clearly tweeted out that Optic was ruined. And he pointed out in a reply as well that it was not apparently Infinite Entertainment, and it was not Optic J who ruined it. And so people were questioning what that was. I had a great comment as well here on that video that pointed out maybe he's blaming the franchise, right? I pointed to the fact maybe he's blaming Hector, maybe he's blaming Scump or some other player because he won't be on the future Optic roster because they could have stayed together, and maybe Crimsix won't be with that 5-man team or that 7 to 10-man team, which is still shocking in itself. But it was a great comment because, again, great insight on a whole other side of things. It could have been for totally different reasons. So I will have a video on that sometime soon, and thank you guys as well for leaving your thoughts down below. FaZe Censor could no longer be FaZe Censor sometime soon. We're going to have to assume that when he joins an organization for the CWL league next year, he will drop FaZe from his name, and I'll be dropping more videos about this guy sometime soon. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy Call of Duty news. Until next time, take care of yourselves, all right? I'll see you soon.